Welcome back to the Mental Edge. In this epic explainer, we're going to dive deep into exactly how you can reclaim your hijacked brain and unlock your absolute ultimate power of concentration. I mean, look, if you've been feeling like your mind is just constantly foggy, kind of scattered, or totally overwhelmed by the modern world, you are in the exact right place today. We are going to treat your mind like the main character in the ultimate training arc, literally transforming your brain from overwhelmed to just explosively powerful. We're going to equip you with the science-backed superpowers you actually need to achieve absolute, unbreakable focus. Let's get into it. So, picture this. You sit down to work. You open your laptop. You've got all the best intentions in the world, right? And yet, within, 4 minutes, you're checking your phone, you're suddenly wondering what you want for lunch, you're investigating some random buzz or notification, and you've just completely forgotten what you were originally supposed to be doing. Sound familiar? I mean, I know it definitely does for me sometimes, but here's the absolute most important thing you need to hear right now. You are not lazy, and you are not broken. Your concentration, it's just been stolen from you.
All right, let's break down exactly how this happens with Act 1, the ambush, and specifically, the novelty bias overdrive.
To win this, we first have to understand the enemy. You see, our brains are hardwired with this novelty bias to notice anything new. It's a primal survival mechanism that used to keep us safe from predators. But today, in a world of endless content, rapid-fire social media, emails, and just constant messages, that system is in permanent overdrive. It's constantly ambushing your attention. Just look at this number, 47. Studies show the average person's attention is interrupted every 47 seconds during work. Less than a minute goes by before some dark creature of distraction, a beep, a buzz, a pop-up, or honestly just a wandering thought, strikes and breaks your focus. It's just the relentless, non-stop assault on your mental energy.
But honestly, the real devastation is the damage taken after that interruption. Check out this number, 23. It takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain deep focus after each one of those attacks. Just do the math on that for a second. If you're being interrupted every 47 seconds, but it takes 23 minutes to actually get back into the zone, it means most people never reach a state of deep focus at all during their entire day. Like never. They're just treading water in this shallow pool of scattered attention.
So, it's time to fight back. Let's move to Act 2, acquiring the superpowers, or basically equipping your focus armor.
Now that we know exactly how this ambush works, we need to equip your armor. We need to eliminate these dark creatures of distraction before they even have a chance to spawn on your screen. Now, most people try to use what I call the willpower strategy, just trying harder to resist. But willpower is a finite resource. It depletes as the day goes on, and let's be real, it will always eventually lose to a perfectly engineered notification designed by a billion-dollar company specifically to grab your eyeballs. So what's the overpowered move here? The total elimination strategy. You put your phone in another room. Not just face down on the desk, literally in another room. You turn every single notification off. You activate website blockers like Freedom or Cold Turkey. You basically make distraction incredibly difficult and focus incredibly easy.
Next up, we unlock our second superpower, the Pomodoro technique. Think of this as your tactical combat timer. See, your brain cannot maintain deep focus indefinitely. It's simply not designed to do that. So instead of fighting your biology, we're going to work right along with your natural attention cycles. You set a timer for 25 minutes. During this time, you work with complete, laser-focused attention. When that timer rings, you take a 5-minute recovery break. You repeat this cycle 4 times, and then take a longer 20 to 30-minute break. This timer creates this powerful, almost dramatic sense of urgency, while the breaks prevent you from taking fatigue damage. You are literally training your brain to just snap into focus on demand.
Now, to permanently level up your baseline power, you've got to hit the mental gym. We're talking about attention training meditation. And notice I didn't say spiritual meditation. This is purely about doing mental reps. You sit down, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Your mind is going to wander. That is 100% guaranteed. But the magic happens when you catch it wandering and gently bring it back. That motion, that is one mental rep. And get this, Harvard studies actually prove that just 5 minutes of this daily practice for 8 weeks measurably changes the physical structure of your brain, specifically in the areas that control concentration. You are literally building a denser, stronger brain.
Let's keep this momentum going with Act 3, applying buffs and enhancements. It's time for optimizing your battle stats.
Before the final battle, you need to apply your buffs. These are essential, RPG-style stat boosts for your physical environment. Looking at temperature, the absolute sweet spot for cognitive performance is right between 70 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Any hotter or colder, and your brain is wasting vital energy just trying to regulate your body temperature instead of channeling it into your focus. For noise, experiment with absolute silence, brown noise, or binaural beats, which are scientifically proven to enhance concentration. Light should be natural whenever you can to maximize your alertness. And your workspace? Listen to me. Zero visual clutter. A cluttered desk equals a cluttered mind. All that visual mess constantly competes for your attention, even when you aren't consciously looking at it. Clean it up and watch your focus instantly sharpen.
Next, you absolutely must feed your focus with specific power-up nutrients. Your brain is this high-performance engine, right? You can't fuel it with junk and expect genius-level output. Omega-3s from things like salmon and walnuts are critical for sustaining attention and neurotransmitter function. Magnesium, which you can actually get from dark chocolate, regulates the receptors that control learning and memory. And please do not overlook hydration. Even a tiny 1 to 2% drop in hydration significantly tanks your cognitive performance. Finally, if you need a boost, combine caffeine with L-theanine. You'll find this combo in green tea. It gives you this calm, laser-like alertness without the jittery anxiety and the inevitable crash you get from coffee.
But out of all the biological buffs we've covered, we must respect the ultimate regeneration phase, sleep. This is your non-negotiable secret weapon. Sleep is when your brain actually consolidates everything you learned, flushes out toxic waste, and restores all those crucial neurotransmitters you need for tomorrow's battles. Studies show that sleeping less than 7 hours dramatically reduces your working memory, your attention span, and your processing speed. So hear me on this. Without 7 to 9 hours of sleep, absolutely no focus technique, supplement, or productivity hack in the world is going to work on a depleted brain.
And that brings us to the climax of our training arc. Act 4, the ultimate state, deep focus battle mode.
So you've cleared your environment, you've optimized your biology, you've set your combat timers. You are finally ready to enter the ultimate state. But first, we need to face a harsh truth. Multitasking is a complete and utter myth. Your brain cannot actually do 2 cognitive tasks at the same time. What it's really doing is just rapidly switching back and forth between them. And every single switch costs you time, energy, and cognitive resources. In fact, multitasking drains your energy so badly that it reduces your overall productivity by up to 40%. And worse, studies show that constant task switching temporarily lowers your IQ by up to 10 points. You are literally making yourself less capable by trying to juggle too much at once.
So what's the solution? Ruthless single tasking. This is where you activate your deep focus battle mode. You pick one task, just one. You lock in. I want you to imagine your focus aura glowing with this explosive purple and gold energy. Until that task is done, or until your combat timer rings, absolutely nothing else in the entire world exists. Now, it might feel a little uncomfortable at first because society has totally conditioned us to constantly juggle a dozen things. But when you harness the power of doing just one thing with absolute, unrelenting focus, the results are going to make you feel like a literal genius.
To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final empowering reality check. Just read this quote with me. Your concentration isn't broken, it's been stolen. But now you have the exact toolkit to take it all back. You have the armor, the stats, and the battle plan to unlock your inner genius. So don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one of these tools today. Seriously, try putting your phone in another room. Try just one 25-minute Pomodoro session, or sit down for just 5 minutes of mental reps. Pick just one, drop a comment below on which technique you're going to try first, and take your genius back. The only question left is, what are you going to achieve once your mind is truly unstoppable? Think about it. I'll catch you in the next explainer.